when you're fasting?
Okay, good question. And I have videos online, but for teaching's sake, I'll go ahead and do it. How to fast. First off, you got to know the purpose of fasting. People often fast to get an answer. You heard me say this many times. Versus fasting to be close to the answer, capital A. The purpose of fasting is first led and recognizing. If God ain't led you on no 40-day fast, you better not do it. There's been plenty of people who fasted 40 days, went to go to Korea, ate a steak and died. Because they had no acid in their stomach. They didn't have the wisdom of fasting. There's a certain level of wisdom you have to operate in to understand first, if God leads you into a 40-day fast, he will be able to sustain you. Also, when it comes to fasting, you got to have wisdom knowing on how to enter a fast, how to prepare for a fast, enter a fast, engage in a fast, and exit a fast. All those key points are essential. Before you even consider a fast, first you got to ask yourself, one, am I being led into it? And number two, am I recognizing something in me that's off? Let's talk about the first one. When God leads you into one, that means he's preparing you for something. He's getting you fixed, fashioned, and ready. That means when God leads you into a fast, it's almost like a warning. Elevation is coming. Promotion is coming. Warfare is coming. Something is coming, and I need you to operate at a certain level to be able to navigate, because there's a lot on the line. People just be going in the fast. Ooh, look at me, I'm fasting. You post it, you tweet it, and the devil's like, she'll be done after this honey bun. She'll be done after this steak. She'll be done. Because we going in with the wrong mindset. When God leads you in, you got to understand that God is leading you to a certain place to function at a high level to be prepared for it. Recognizing is the other side, meaning I'm kind of off. I'm going to fast from social media because I find myself overly consumed with it. So I recognize that I'm off. I'm recognizing that I'm drifting. So therefore, I'm going to make sure I fast. If you fast to get an answer, you're fasting selfishly. If you're fasting just to use God, your fasting is pointless. You should only go to fast because you're led or because you recognize something is causing me to leave. Fasting can be as often as you want in the recognizing category. When it comes to leading, we're talking about the 21, the 40, the 7 days without water. We're talking about like the real jokers, right? The other fast is where you're saying, you know what? I'm going to fine tune myself. You can do intermittent fasting. You can do a lot of different fasting where you're fasting every day, but you fast every day. That's why they call it breakfast. Breakfast is breaking fast. That's what breakfast is. You can eat breakfast at 12 o'clock. You can eat breakfast at 3. You're breaking your fast, meaning that when you're sleeping, your body goes to a fasting state. Let's talk about the benefits of fasting. Before you begin a fast, seek God, seek yourself, and then go into a fast with wisdom. What was I trying to make a point of? I said breaking, what was the point I made like 30 seconds ago? The benefits of fasting, there we go. The benefits of fasting are 3-layered: physical, mental and emotional, spiritual. Fasting benefits you because it begins to strip appetites and addictions. Right now, I don't crave those honey buns from 7-Eleven. I don't crave them. I'm shocked. I was so enslaved to those things. I can pass by a 7-Eleven and nothing tugs me to get right in there and get in there and walk in there and get a 2 for $22.22. But I also have to be careful, because if you build carnal appetites, you're going to eventually have to be fasting in that area to strip those appetites, because God knows those appetites is what's going to keep you from advancing. If you don't have an appetite for lust, you can walk in a room with sororities and not be moved because you're cleansed. You can walk into a room and you got 5 single eligible bachelors and you're not moved because there's no appetite. When you are so in awe of God, there's no room for carnal appetites. So the benefit of fasting is eradicating appetites that has been proven hindering you from advancing. The best way to know what you need to fast from is to ask yourself, where am I not advancing at an efficient level? If I know for a fact, oh man, 5 hours has been towards social media every day. If you spend more, like our thumbs are, our ligaments here are strong. That's all we do. We don't know how long we do it because we get lost in it. But God's like, you got to fast from that because that's keeping you from advancing in your marriage, advancing in your single life. Some of us, we need to be off things for a long time. The beautiful thing about fasting, when you are fasting against something, you don't even want it no more. Man. I used to be so in love with Bojangles. Bojangles were my go-to. Now I got to eradicate myself from the addictions of Whole Foods. see, appetites can get expensive. Appetites can be, I'm bougie with my appetites now. But every step of your life, there's something that you got to be mindful of or remove. So the benefit of a fasting spiritually gets you in tune with God. Emotionally, it stables you. Isn't it crazy when you fast, you get headaches first and you get crazy thought patterns first? Because your body's going through a detox. So when you're fasting from certain foods and sugars, your body's like caffeine, whatever it is, to a degree, it starts going crazy. Then when that appetite has been cleansed from you, what's pornography now? Like even if you messed up afterwards, you'd be like, oh, that was nothing. Or when you, oh man, when you fasted from something, you eat like a honey bun again or a biscuit from Bojangles, it's so salty and nasty now. Why even go back? Fasting gets you to taste sin correctly. Meaning, when you have sinned and then fast from that sin and you taste it again, it's nasty now. It benefits you physically because your soul, your body, and spirit are connected. And you got to fast, you can have the benefits. The rest of it, I'll do another video because I talked about before you do it, all that stuff. I'll talk about that later.